More than 70 world leaders attended the summit in New York. They promised to build a better, safer world for children by the year 2000. To do this, they plan to reduce child deaths by a third, protect children in times of war, and provide a basic education and clean water for everybody. One of the main promises was to increase immunisation to protect children against diseases like polio and measles. Although the record has got better, 2.5 million children are still dying each year because they haven't had these vaccinations. As well as calling for more aid, the report says better use could be made of the help which is already available. For example, resources which are being used to help a few people could be moved to fund cheap projects which would help many. Another idea is that rich countries should cut their defence spending on things like tanks and weapons, which would provide more money for the poor. UNICEF insists the promises made at the summit must be carried through. It says there will always be something more immediate than the needs of the world's children, but there will never be anything more important.
Tony Adams, the captain of Arsenal football team, has been sent to prison for 4 months for reckless driving. The England international player was arrested by police after he crashed his car into a wall. He'd drunk 3 times over what the law allows. He's also been banned from driving for 2 years. Early this morning, 15 tons of stinking fish were dumped on the streets of Brussels, the capital of Belgium. They were put there by French fishermen as a protest against plans to cut the numbers of fish they're allowed to catch. The sardines and herrings were dumped outside the European Community's headquarters. Officials there had to hold their noses as they arrived for a special meeting to decide how much fish European fishermen can catch. They're likely to allow much less to be caught next year. So many fish are being caught in Europe's seas that stocks are running dangerously low. Fishermen may be forced to change their net sizes and fish less often. Some may have to sell their boats. And finally, ordinary children with extraordinary tales to tell were in London today for the annual Children of Courage Awards presented by the Duchess of York. Newsround's Terry Badu reports.
Victoria, there you go.
The 10 young heroes were chosen from among 4,000 children who've shown courage and determination over the last year. Between them, they've overcome injuries, illness, extreme danger, and in the case of 5-year-old Stuart Lockwood, the ordeal of coming face-to-face with the man at the heart of the Gulf crisis, President Saddam Hussein. While Stuart's bravery was captured on camera for all to see, most of the children have been fighting more private battles. 11-year-old Amanda Marriott risked her life when she came to the rescue of a friend who was being attacked by 3 vicious Alsatians.
I had a bite on my leg and she got bitten on her bum, her legs and her shoulders, and she's scared for life. She had to have stitches in her bum.
Now, has this put you off dogs for life?
Well, Alsatians, yes.
Everywhere there were tales of suffering and remarkable achievements against the odds. For more than half her life, 12-year-old Nicola Martin's arms and legs have been totally paralysed. But in spite of missing out on things like sport and dancing, she's determined to live life to the full, and was thrilled to get her award.
I'm very proud, and I'm proud to be chosen, and I think there's lots of other children that deserve it as well, but I'm just proud to be chosen.
After a carol service at Westminster Abbey, the children met the Duchess of York before going on to a Christmas lunch at the Houses of Parliament.
And well done to all of them. Newsround will be back with more news tomorrow, so until then, bye-bye.
I'm here in Romania, helping to unload the first lorry full of supplies brought by your Bring and Buys. Coming off now are the washers and the dryers, and that will mean that 200 children in this orphanage will be in clean, dry clothes for the very first time in their lives. So join me on Blue Peter tomorrow and find out what a tremendous difference your Bring and Buys have made.
Blue Peter tomorrow at 5:05 here on CBBC, when hopefully we'll be back in the broom cupboard. We continue our search for Santa very soon. First of all, the penultimate, Byker Grove.